Haven't talked to you guys in a long time. Just kidding. 5 days ago I uploaded a video and 3 days ago I uploaded a video, but none of you watched it, so I'm gonna have to repeat some of the things that I did in that video in this video. And by repeating, I mean just sharing again with you the exciting Takis, or some people corrected me, Takis commercial that I filmed for Takis that I wanted to share with you guys. I spent so much time with Glenn, who did the choreography for the fight scene for the Takis commercial, and I wanted more people to watch it, and I don't blame YouTube. Well, yes I do, but no I don't. But they limited the visibility for all the subscribers that have subscribed to my channel but didn't get to actually see it in their feed. I'll just keep uploading until, well, enough of you guys get a chance to watch it. But first, I'm hungry. So before I get to the story of Shane Dawson responding to me on Twitter, I do want to share you with my commercial that I produced for Takis. I worked really hard on it with Glenn Samara, a fantastic fight choreographer, an editor, and VFXer. And we put this really nice fight scene together for Takis, and I uploaded it in my last video, but YouTube found a way to make sure that none of my subscribers saw it. For like the 3,000 people that did see it, I apologize. You can skip ahead or watch it again. But I did want to share this with you before I get to my story, so here it is. Enjoy.
Don't eat Taki. What do you want? I just want to try one. No! Still want some? Oh, want some of this?
Sinking its teeth into your cheeks.
Would you eat a flame? Then don't eat Taki's Fuego.
Something interesting happened to me the other day. I haven't been reaching out to a lot of creators because I haven't felt the need, and I also haven't really felt inspired by a lot of the creators that are big nowadays. People like Jake Paul, KSI, Logan Paul. Those guys don't really appeal to what I was interested in YouTube when I first started out. It's very rare to see in this industry and in this business creators that you grew up with still thriving. Ryan Higa is a really good example of someone who has really adapted and has grown his business, and his original content just gets more appealing and more engaging as he continues to evolve as a creator. But one creator that I really wanted to sort of send my shout outs to was Shane Dawson. Shane Dawson has not only reinvented himself over the past few years, but he has increasingly found new unique ways to adapt his audience and adapt his content so that today's generation finds it really intriguing. He's making these conspiracy theory and documentary style type videos, and he does it so well that you forget that you're watching YouTube. For a while when I was watching his 3-part TanaCon documentary series where he goes about interviewing Michael and interviewing Tana about the whole TanaCon fiasco, that I literally forgot that I was watching YouTube. I thought that I was watching a Netflix special. That's how captivating it was. And Shane has done such a great job in creating a piece that essentially pulls you in. And these aren't short episodes. Each episode was around 35-40 minutes. And it wasn't about something that I truly cared about because I haven't been in the convention scene in many, many years. I think the last time I attended a conference of that nature was 2013, and that's got to be, what, 4 or 5 years ago. So I didn't have a pulse within how fans are crazy now, crazier than they ever were. Conferences are so chaotic nowadays that I do my best to avoid them because I don't know what's going to happen. Not necessarily to me, but to the fans. People who are almost bigger than the platform itself. After watching the 3-part series that Shane had produced and directed, I felt the need to reach out to him, to let him know, not that he doesn't know and not that he needs validation and needs to be told that he's done such a great job. But Shane Dawson was a creator that I grew up with, someone who was thriving at the same time as I was thriving almost 8-9 years ago. And he had started even a few years before that. it's so refreshing for me to be able to see someone who has, and I hadn't watched Shane for a few years, but ever since Turning the Corner, and to see him adapt his content as a sketch comedian, portraying multiple characters at the same time and interacting with each other, to a serious filmmaker. And it was so nice to see content coming from him that was real, that was poignant. It was so strong and captivating. It was well edited, it was well produced, well put together. So I reached out to him on Twitter, not knowing that he was going to respond to me and forgetting how crazy his fan base still is 8-9 years later. So I wrote to him on Twitter. I have to say, Shane Dawson is an absolute visionary and a master at his craft. And not to leave out Tana, she has the second ugliest cry face next to Kim Kardashian, which really at the time only made me laugh because I'm such a dick. And yeah, I tweeted it and I went to bed. The next day I woke up. I had received more tweets than I had in probably the past few years, because most of the time I tweet something out, it'll probably get like 10-15 retweets, maybe 100 likes or something of that nature, but nothing that really got this amount of responses. So my tweet to Shane got 165 retweets and 3,998 likes. And when you press on the bell icon, it was literally just all responses from Shane's fans that interacted with me, that interacted back with Shane, and all Shane had to say to me to garner this sort of powerful response was, "Thanks, man." That was it. That's all he said. He didn't really go deeper than that, which is kind of funny because I actually insulted his friend in the very same tweet that I complimented him on. But yeah, I was pretty shocked with his response because this guy probably gets thousands upon thousands upon thousands of tweets every single day. But yeah, I really truly think that not only is Shane a visionary, but he deserves his own show. If there's one person that deserves his own Netflix show, that deserves his own Hulu show, that deserves to be making content not on a platform that won't reward him financially for something that he works so hard to put together, it's Shane Dawson. There is no other creator on the platform right now like Shane, who produces content like Shane. Even as I filmed this 43 minutes ago, he tweets, "How about you guys give me my own conspiracy show so I can stop making no money on them on YouTube?" I can't fathom putting the amount of work that he put together and to create content like he does and not get financially rewarded for that. There just seems to be a disconnect. So obviously my reach isn't really strong enough. I really feel that whoever represents Shane, get him a show because he deserves it. Get him enough resources on the production side of things so he can tell stories. And YouTube does not understand content like Shane's, and on a much smaller scale, YouTube doesn't understand content like what I used to make. I've moved on to other things, but Shane and a ton of other creators still rely on YouTube as their primary source of income. And creators who have minds like Shane Dawson don't come along every day. You got creators out there that are simply just not good. And to give you some insight into all this, I'm not a close friend of Shane's. I don't think I've even actually physically ever met him, but we've always been found in the same circles. So I did reach out to him. I was like, maybe Shane could possibly do a documentary on me. That would be fantastic, wouldn't it? But Shane also is a very giving person, a very generous person. He helped revive and put exposure onto Graveyard Girl, who this YouTube crisis sort of affected significantly, and brought a new audience and brought new light into creators who have been struggling with the YouTube situation. So I reached out to Shane, which it bounced back because his email is completely full. I can't imagine why. So I said, "Hi Shane, your latest series is so moving and truly belongs in a category of the strongest and most poignant pieces of content ever to be produced by a YouTube creator. As a channel that was created in '09 and peaking around 2012 with a then strong 800,000 subscribers, I'm struggling to find a new audience, especially with a channel rooted in a fictional character that pigeonholed me creatively. Your comedic and individualistic skill sets make you one of the most adaptable creators that this or any platform has ever seen. I see you as the Drake of YouTube in a way. Whether you take that as a compliment or not, I see Drake as a universal artist. He's not for everyone, but he's resilient in adapting his music and bringing to the forefront notable up-and-coming artists. Moving on to acting and stand-up has been really fun, but I'm hesitant to leave my YouTube channel behind. I'm not looking for handouts, but do you see any cross-pollination between us enough to consider a friendship through collaborative tutelage? Thanks so much. All the best, Peter." He didn't get this. He didn't receive this email, but there was no other way for me to reach out to the guy. So I reached out to him via Twitter, and he thanked me, and that was it. So if Shane Dawson fans check this video out, send it to Shane on Twitter. But I think that Shane and I have enough common ground to explore a documentary of some kind. I've had an interesting path on YouTube, and I feel like working with Shane could potentially not only be beneficial for me, but also for him to acknowledge someone that he has grown up with in a way that when he was creating content, I was also creating content. So I guess in a way, this is me pitching to Shane, let's work together. Let's collab, which is such a trite thing to say nowadays. Collab. But yeah, Shane Dawson fans, help me out. Get this message to Shane. Let him know how much I appreciate the guy, and we'll go from there. Until next time, stop drinking the haterade and start drinking the bubble tea. Ciao outside, motherfucker.